What's happening, guys? Hope you had a great Christmas. I just got a brand new camera for Christmas and I'm loving it so far. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I set my goals and how you can set goals that you can smash in 2018. So you'll see, I'm going to give you 3 keys first of how I go about setting my goals, and then you're also going to see my mindset and philosophy and my personal goals as well as my target business goals for 2018. So 3 keys. The first key is set goals that make you uncomfortable. Okay, so that's the first one, and what I mean by that is, let's say you have a income goal, and let's say you want to make 100,000 by the end of the year in your online business. Now you want to set it a little bit higher than that. If 100,000 feels comfortable to you, then make it 150,000, make it 200,000, right? Make it so it's slightly uncomfortable, because what happens is if you set a goal too low for yourself, or one that is too easy to attain, your mind will adapt to that goal only. So let's say that you set your goal at 100,000, right? And you could make way more than that, right? But you set it at 100,000, and your mind, what it's going to do is it's going to adapt to that 100,000 number, and it's going to find ways to just hit that number, right? So when you set a higher goal, let's say you don't hit that goal, right? Let's say you set 200,000, you don't hit that, but then you end up hitting 175,000 or 150,000. That's why I say to set goals that make you slightly uncomfortable, is because when you set them higher, you end up, even if you fall short, you end up meeting or doing more than what you expected, right? So you want to make it realistic. You don't want to make, like, if you're going to make $100,000, you don't want to say, I want to make $5 million a year, right? So you want to make it realistic and make sure that it's within your reach. Okay, so that's key number 1. Key number 2, your goals need to be quantifiable. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you have a health goal. You can't say, I want to be healthier, or I want to lose weight. You have to say, I want to lose X amount of pounds by this date, right? Otherwise, you're never going to be able to track your goals, or see if you're on track to meet those goals, and it becomes incredibly hard to stay consistent with it. So that's a big reason why a lot of people fail, is they don't have quantifiable goals and they don't have a deadline, right? So that's number 3. Make sure you have a deadline for your goals, or at least a rough deadline of when you need to do certain things to meet those goals. Okay, so you'll see that in a little bit in my goal sheet here. But that's the 3 keys. The first one is set goals that make you slightly uncomfortable. The second one is to make sure they are quantifiable. And the third is to make sure that you set deadlines on your goals. And that doesn't always have to be end of year, okay? So first things first, before we jump in, I have, around this time of year, I always like to make a Google Sheet with my target business goals and then some of my personal miscellaneous goals. And then I also have a physical planner that's like my secret weapon. This is called the Freedom Planner here. I'll drop a link in the description if you guys want to pick it up. But you need to have a physical notebook, because it's been proven in scientific studies, when you type things out, it doesn't register or retain in your brain as much as writing things down does. So I don't like to have my to-do list or my tasks within my computer. I always like to have it in a physical planner, and this is huge for tracking your goals and staying on track too. So let's jump on over to my computer here, and let's go over quickly my goals, and then how my mindset around setting these goals, and we'll go over this whole sheet that I have here. So first things first, I'd like to give credit where credit is due. I actually saw this from another YouTuber, this format of my Google Sheet, a YouTuber named Hayden Bowles. He has really good content on influencer marketing, young guy. He's doing some great things, crushing it right now, so go follow him if you want to learn more about influencer marketing on Instagram. But let's jump in here. The first goal I have is my health supplement business. I am targeting $5 million a year at 20% net profit, which gives me $1 million in take home. And I'd like to have about $250,000 a month on subscription auto ship by end of year. So subscription auto ship in the supplement business is basically people check a box at checkout saying, yes, I would like this automatically shipped to me every month, so I don't have to worry about increasing prices, or they get a discount, stuff like that. Okay, so why did I pick 5 million? Well, I just know how massive the health market is. I did, $1.5 or $1.4 million on my dropship stores, and health is such a way bigger market than that. And I think I can hit this number, but again, it makes me slightly uncomfortable. If I had to set a comfortable number, it'd probably be around, maybe 3 to 4 million. But I'm setting it a little higher just because I know the potential with this market, and I know that 5 million is very doable. Second thing here, I am going to be releasing a subscription and recurring course on how to create a subscription and recurring brand using ClickFunnels or Shopify. So I'd like to generate 1 million revenue on that at 80% net, which gives me 800,000 take home. And this is going to be about supplements, consumables, info products, memberships, or dropship products. It's going to teach you how to create a brand around these things and get recurring revenue every month, so you don't have to focus so much on front end sales and generating, huge amounts of traffic all the time. Not saying that's a bad thing, but this course is going to teach you how to retain the customers you already have, that you've already gotten into to the door, and how to make more money on them on the back end and through subscription and recurring models. So that should be coming end of Q1. Not sure the exact date yet, but should be around April 1st. Second course here, I would like to create a course by the end of second quarter, once I've tested all of my offers in the health space and seen things that work really well and in my own business, and I would like to share that with you guys. So this second course is going to be about paid ads and social media ads, basically advertising for any health professional. So whether that's fitness professionals, nutrition, maybe you're selling supplements, maybe you are a doctor and you want to have your own line of products, or maybe you want to create your own course. This is going to teach you how to market those products very effectively, specifically for the health space. Okay, so this is a huge passion of mine, if you can't tell already, the health space. But this is good. The second course is going to be specifically how to drive traffic to your health offers and how to get to those converting. So I'd like to hit 275,000 at an 80% net, which is going to be a 220,000 take home. Again, conservative number, but I haven't created too many courses in the past, but I have all this information stuck in my head right now. So this makes me uncomfortable, like how much I can make, but I know how much people make in the space, and this is just an incredibly low number. But I'd like to set it low for this specifically because it's so niched. It's paid ads for health experts. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to do yet, but I'm going to launch it sometime end of Q2. So the next one down, we have a private Slack group. This is going to be a private group talking about social media ads, media buying, and funnel breakdowns and funnel mastery. I'll be doing 2 to 3 live calls a month on all these things, and then I'll be showing you case studies as well, whether it's through ads and maybe it's breaking down another funnel or breaking down my own funnel. It's going to be a monthly paid group. I haven't decided the exact price yet, but I'd like to generate 100,000 at 100% net, which gives me 100,000 take home. Okay, so I'd like to get most of the people for this. I'm going to release some free course, maybe whether that's on dropshipping or Facebook ads or something like that, and whoever wants to take it to the next level, or they want more attention from me on a monthly basis, will be able to join this group. Okay, so the reason that these are 100% is because I'm not going to be driving any traffic or paying for any ads to get any sales or people to opt in or subscribe to these things. Okay, so I'd like to generate this all based off my YouTube channel or the free content that I put out there. So the next one down, affiliate marketing, 100,000 generated by end of year at 100% net. Recommending products or softwares that I use, other courses that have been really good for me, or maybe joint ventures or guest appearances. So again, these next two things are very conservative numbers. Affiliate marketing and YouTube AdSense, because I haven't done these things, but I know how much people in the space make. For YouTube AdSense, which is basically when you see a video and there's an ad that plays, if someone clicks, or if someone just watches the entire ad, you get paid for that. And I see generally around people in my niche getting 8 to 10 cents per subscriber. And by end of year, I think I can hit 100,000 subs. So that's about $8,000 to $10,000 a month. So that makes $50,000 very, very doable by end of year. But I don't quite know the space yet, just because I'm new to YouTube. But I think this is a very doable number here. So end of year numbers, I'd like to have 6,525,000 generated at, and this is my profit here, 2,270,000 in net profit, which is take home earnings pre-tax. Okay, so that's what I want to take home here in the green, and this is what I want to generate. Now let's take a look at the breakdown section here, which breaks all these numbers down quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, and hourly, and this is based off of the revenue here. Now this goes back to key number 2. Is it quantifiable? Yes, these are all quantifiable goals, so now I can keep track of, am I meeting these goals on a quarterly basis or a monthly basis or weekly, daily, hourly? Am I meeting these things? And I can see if I'm on track or not, okay? And I'm gonna show you in a second. I have a monthly breakdown here. I'm gonna show you this right after I go through my personal goals. But this is gonna be very effective for me to keep on track. I did not do this breakdown. Again, this is from Hayden Bowles, the format. Great stuff, dude. And I think this is really gonna help me stay on track this year when I go through, whether it's quarterly or monthly or weekly, daily, whatever. Okay, so these are my business goals here. We'll jump into the monthly breakdown in a second, but here are my target personal goals. Now these are quantifiable, but one of them right here, you can see this one's not quantifiable, and I'll tell you why in a second. But these are my miscellaneous and personal goals. This is when I want to accomplish them by, and these are notes pertaining to these specific goals. Pretty common sense, self-explanatory. But the first one, be a better, more thoughtful boyfriend, when, every day, and the notes is learn from my mistakes 2017. What do I mean by that? Well, in 2017, I had just gotten my business traction, gotten it running. I was going to tons and tons of events and seminars and all this stuff, and I just never ever unplugged from my business. Now, this was a huge mistake because it affected my relationship, it affected my personal life, affected my stress levels. I was just never unplugged, and I think that's something I need to change in 2018 for sure. So if you're watching this, if you watch Gary Vee and he's always telling you to hustle, 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 that's fine in the beginning, but there needs to be a point where you unplug and start to actually spend more time with loved ones and make sure that you're setting time for the things that you actually love outside of your business as well, right? Okay, so that's the first goal. I think that is the only one that's not quantifiable. Yes, or the crypto game too, but I'll say why in a second. The second goal here, post 25% of my content on my YouTube channel around health or biohacking, fitness, or nutrition, or all of the above. And I want to do this throughout the year. And the reason why is because I think entrepreneurs and business professionals do not focus enough on their health, or just people in general. They need to make health a priority, because if you go to my channel, if you go to anywhere, I'm always talking about how your health is a weapon. It's an asset to build your business, because if you don't have the energy, you don't have the focus, if you're overweight and you're always stressed out, you cannot be effective in your business. Okay, and I experienced this firsthand. I lost 30 pounds, and once I started improving my diet, I was doing a lot better in my business, productivity wise, and getting more stuff done in a less amount of time. So I definitely want to talk more about health. The next goal down here is buy or rent a 3-bedroom house in either the Fremont, Eastlake, or Capitol Hill area. So you can see that this is quantifiable. Like, I know exactly what I want to buy and by when, by end of Q1, and I even outline where I want to buy that at. So buying or renting, I'm not sure yet, because that depends on the market. The Seattle market, which is where I live, is just incredibly expensive right now. But we'll see how it looks at the end of Q1, and I will update you guys on that. Next one down, I want to create at least 150 solid success stories for my courses by the end of Q2. What does solid success mean? I want at least a 5 to 10x return on the course price by that time. And I'd like to have people making real money with any of my courses up here. So whether it's a subscription course, whether it's a private group, whether it's a second course, I'd like to have 150 solid success stories from those by the end of Q2. And that would this is probably this would make me so happy if I could get this, okay? I love helping people, I love helping people make money, but you have to take action on your own. I don't want to get too deep into that, that's for a different video, but this is a very important goal for me, is creating success stories. Next goal down, 100K YouTube subs by end of year. I think I need to hit 50,000 by August 1st of 2018 in order to hit 100,000 by the end of the year, because once you start getting traction, you get way more subs more frequently on a daily basis. And I think looking at other professionals or other experts in my market that are publishing similar content or related content, they have this amount of subs over the course of a year, which is why I think it's very doable. But again, it makes me uncomfortable because I don't really know the YouTube space too much yet, because I'm new to it. So that's the YouTube subs. Next one down, purchase 1 to 2 rental properties. I'd like to have multifamily properties by the end of the year. That's for passive residual income. That one's a self-explanatory goal. The next is invest 20% of my net profit into more passive income streams. And we'll do this throughout the year. This could be ETFs, mutual funds, dividend stocks. There's probably things I'm missing here, but those are the things that I've looked up that are more passive, that give you anywhere from like a 6 to 10% return without doing much year over year, and that are pretty stable. So I'd like to start getting more into investing, because I haven't done too much of that this year. Next one down, get deeper into the crypto game. Now, I haven't quantified this one yet because I don't really know where I want to go with the crypto space. I kind of just want to learn more about it right now, because everyone knows how big it is right now, that everyone's talking about it. I don't know too much about it yet. Right now, that's why I haven't invested yet, because I don't know about it. I like to stay in things that I know about, but get deeper into the crypto game. I just want to learn more about it, and not just Bitcoin, but other coins as well, and blockchain technology. I'd like to learn a lot more about that. Next goal down, 10 pounds of lean muscle gain. This is a fitness goal by end of Q2. And I have a different sheet on health specifically, on how I get my goals done with those. Maybe I'll share those at a different time if there's interest, but that one's self-explanatory. And I'd also like to read 24 books. Books are a huge weapon for me. I don't like to just read, like mindset fluff books. I like to read books that actually teach you specific things about business, whether it's copywriting, whether it's selling, whether it is, building like a social media following. I like to read really specific books and not just general books that just talk about motivation, that kind of stuff. So I also like to read health books. So Dr. Mercola's Fat for Fuel. I do the keto diet, so that's why I like that book. But there's so many good health books and information out there that I think people could really benefit from. So that's why I like to read books. I think it's the fastest way, other than coaching, to get into someone's brain and see how they've worked and built their business. So I'd like to read 24 books, 2 books a month. I think that's super doable. So let me know in the comments if you guys have questions on these goals, and we're gonna hop now into the monthly breakdown, and you'll see exactly how I go about breaking this down month by month. And I'll go ahead and explain why there's certain dips during certain months and so on. So over here on the monthly breakdown, we have the goals. I have what the goals are on the left here, and then I have it broken down by month, and then the totals here on the end that equal up to 6,525,000, which is the same as this here. Okay. So I have it listed where this is my prediction for what I'm going to make every month, or what I need to make, or what I'm targeting to reach this goal. Okay. So if you look at this, you can see there's always a slow start, of course, because I'm just starting these businesses, and it picks up around summertime, which from the last year I've seen that during the summertime is when my sales have been the best, and then around late November or December, sales start to dip for supplements and those kind of things. So that's why you see over here in the first line, it goes up, 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 all the way up, and then it starts going back down. And I'd like to end the year at around $500,000 in revenue generated, and 250,000 of that on recurring membership or auto ship. Okay, and that gives you all the totals here. Now I think this is very important. I don't want to go through all these individual lines, but I think breaking it down by a month, especially income goals, is super important, because otherwise you're just kind of shooting blind basically. And this is not absolute, right? You don't have to be perfect, right? This just keeps you on track to meet your goals. And if you look at it, it kind of just triggers something in your brain. If you're not meeting that goal, you're like, okay, what can I do to get this goal? Like if I'm hitting on track to hit 15,000 in January, I'm gonna say, okay, what can I do in the health supplement business to get 30,000? Do I need to increase my average order value on this? Do I need to spend more on advertising to get more people coming into the door? Do I need to do more lead generation? Maybe you don't know anything that I just said, but that's why I break this down month to month. It's not to be perfect, it's to keep me on track. So it gets me thinking, if I'm not reaching that goal, what do I need to do to get there? Okay, so that is the monthly breakdown, and I know I just spoke for a long time, and I really hope this was helpful for you guys, because setting goals, people always talk about, I'm gonna set these goals, I'm gonna hit this by end of year, and it's like a very, very general goal, but there's so much importance in breaking these down, making them quantifiable, making sure that it's out of your comfort level so that you actually rise up to your full potential, and then making sure that you have a deadline on these goals, making sure that you're holding yourself accountable, right? So this is my system right here. I hope it helped you guys. Please let me know in the comments what you guys want to see in the next video, or if you guys have questions on this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.